Africa contributes less than 4% of global emission, but yet young people from the African continent, we all know that Africa is a youthful continent with 70% of our population being young people. But we are suffering the effect of climate change. We are being disadvantaged. Our livelihoods are lost, and we came to COP27 with our expectations high. But unfortunately, after the first day of the opening ceremony, where world leaders had referenced some of the devastative effect of climate change on Africa, one of the most important agenda for us, which is Africa as a continent of special needs and circumstances, was dropped. Also, we came to COP27 to request for loss and damage financing. That also has been pushed to 2024. We are saying as young people that this is unacceptable. Our future is under jeopardy. We are also being disadvantaged if you compare us with our colleagues from the global north, and that is why we are joining this movement, and we will be here every day until the last day of COP.
Africa tumekuwa tukiona kama Nigeria wamekuwa wakilose people, homes, livelihoods to floods. Kenya, we are facing the worst drought ever experienced. Tunaona wanyama wanakufa, watu wana move, climate induced migrations, people also losing livelihoods. So this is real. Lakini bado huku tukija, Afrika haizungumziwi kama vile ile madhara yanayotupata na vile yanayozungumziwa hazilingani. Yale madhara yanayotupiga lazima sisi tuwe agenda number 1. Lazima tuangaliwe mambo yetu, lazima tuangaliwe kama ni uhimilivu ama ukabilifu, mitigation and adaptation. Tujipange, kama ni climate finance zitufikie, tujipange kwa sababu tunaumia na wanaotuumiza ni hao wanaoharibu mazingira. Sasa ndo lazima Afrika tuwe mstari wa mbele kwenye haya mazungumzo. Lakini ila tu Afrika tuko mstari wa mbele kwenye mstari wa kuandikwa kuwa we stand to suffer the most. Lakini in terms of climate finance hatuko mstari wa mbele. In terms of policies ambazo zinakuwa adopted hatuko mstari wa mbele. It's about time Africa tuwe considered as a continent of special needs and considerations with regards to loss and damage. Kama serikali ya Kenya iko hapa, ingewaomba lile la kusukuma ni lile limekuwa likisukumwa for the past 5-7 years kwa kila COP, and that is commit to their pledges. Wanatuahidi mambo mingi kila mwaka, kutatolewa pesa, kutawekwa 100 billion ya Afrika mupambane, sijui Europe anasema tutawapa 280 million, lakini kila mwaka wakija kabla hawajatimiza ile ahadi ya nyuma wanakupa ahadi nyingine, lakini hakuna kutimiza. Kwa hivyo serikali ya Kenya tungewaomba wa push for action, wa push hizi nchi commit to their pledges. Hizi ahadi wanazotupa zitufikie, wazitimize. Tuone, tuanze kupambana na sisi kule, tuanze kujipanga, manake tuaumia, especially watu wa mashinani. Wale watu wa chini kabisa ndio wako mstari wa mbele kwenye kuumia. Kwa hivyo tafadhali serikali ya Kenya musukume wale wanaotudhuru pia basi wawe wenye kutusaidia, isiwe ni maneno tu kila siku bla 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 wasemavyo wenyewe.
I'm leading a appeal from the Philippines, from the Asian People's Movement on Debt and Development. We belong to a wider coalition called the Global Campaign to Demand Climate Justice. We're here because governments are here and they need to listen. So we will use every opportunity that we have to make governments listen so that they do what must be done in order for climate change to be addressed. Of course, it's not just up to governments. Corporations must be challenged. And as communities, we also need to do what we can in our own context in order to address the causes of climate change. But the most powerful institutions and corporations are most responsible and therefore are obliged to act more, do more in terms of solutions. So this morning, for instance, our message was to remind governments of their obligations to provide climate finance. It's outlined in the Climate Convention. Climate finance for developing countries, not as charity but as a matter of justice, because the rich countries have been most responsible for climate change and we're suffering the worst of its impacts.